Hello, users, and welcome to Quarantine Talk Radio, also known as Above It All, the series, and where I sit in my bedroom all day and don't leave my house, and just am not taking care of my body whatsoever. But that's not important right now. What is important is the fact that there is a big strike going on today, May 1st. Hopefully, by the time you see this video, you haven't fucked up if you didn't know about it. But this is one of those things where this is what I want to spend a lot more time talking about when it comes to the political realm. So essentially, I'll read a little bit of this article here for some context. A series of work stoppages, sickouts, and protests in recent weeks will culminate on Friday, May 1st, in a historic strike organized by frontline workers at some of the country's largest corporations. Workers at Amazon, Whole Foods, Instacart, Walmart, FedEx, Target, and Shipped, I've never heard of Shipped, say that they will walk off the job on May 1st to protect their employees' failure to provide basic protections for frontline workers who are risking and losing their lives at work. Meanwhile, these same companies are making record profits. Of course, Amazon is trying to fire people for organizing these strikes and, for starting to, talk about this stuff. And again, strikes are important. If we could have a general strike where everyone that works at any of these places just stopped working, that would be just powerful. Here's my thing, right? I am, in this sense of the word, I'm a very classical Marxist, right? This is where our power lies. We are the workers, we are the labor, we are the backbone of society. If all the poor people get together and say, you know what? I quit my job, guess what? The rich people can't make money anymore. What are they going to do? Go buy something on Amazon? How? No one's working there. So that's the thing. But, of course, we live in a society where people like to be scabs and cross picket lines. I wonder how many people are just going to buy. There's a lot of right-wingers that are probably going to oh, the people of book, I'm going to buy Amazon today. There's a lot of stupid motherfuckers. And that's where our problem lies, is that we've been so atomized and fucking divided by fucking big stupid corporations like Fox and shit that just brainwash people into thinking that having their own ability and having their own power in society is a bad thing when it really is a great thing. But of course, you've got to, if you buy something on Amazon right now, or Walmart, or Instacart, or Whole Foods, I mean, honestly, Whole Foods, I don't think my audience are Whole Foods shoppers, but, a lot of people use Amazon because it is the most convenient. A lot of people buy at Walmart because it is the most convenient. And that's my thing, is I haven't used Amazon in a long ass time. Every now and then there's something I want to buy on Amazon and I go maybe, nah, just because I don't want to support them. And, it's just my individual action. But I haven't bought anything on Amazon in a long ass time. And, that's what the whole point of strikes. This is why, when it comes to, a lot of people, say, oh, well, you got to recycle. You got to stop eating meat. Now, I'm a vegetarian. I stopped eating meat. And one of these reasons is why. But this is the thing. It's if one or two people become vegetarians, that doesn't change anything. However, if everybody suddenly becomes a vegetarian, oh, shit. Now we're talking. And, not everyone can do that. People are, have their own issues and so forth. But, instead of having vegetarianism, which is a personal dietary choice, take working for Amazon. You work for Amazon? Fuck it, don't show up. It would be great if we really did have these George Soros checks, that we could just get paid to stay home. That'd be amazing. But we can't, so we gotta actually, this is the problem here, is, we don't have that much power in the sense that we're really on our back feet here, the backs of our feet, rather, in the sense that, there's a rent strike, right? And it's not necessarily because people don't want to pay rent because it's unfair that people can't work, but it's a lot of people that just can't pay rent. That's the thing, is people got these Trump bucks checks, and that immediately went to food and utilities and stuff, and rent in a lot of senses in April, because we didn't have a rent strike or rent freeze, and then they lose their job, and how are they going to pay for rent now? Who knows? I don't know. I'm lucky I'm in a situation where people in my house haven't really lost their jobs because they're essential workers. I'm lucky. I also have my Trump bucks, and I'm trying not to spend it on anything. I'm trying to save my money. I'm trying to be prudent. I'm trying to be safe. But I have that privilege. I have the privilege of having like a bunch of food on my wall because, why not? That's my privilege. And I understand that not everyone's in this situation. I'm in a situation that's very unique and very lucky, and not everyone's in that situation. The least I can do is not shop at a fucking Walmart or Amazon today, or just for the foreseeable future. That's the least I can do. And that's the thing. It's like, if you are in a lucky situation, you can afford, maybe instead of buying your fucking microphone with 2-day shipping on Amazon to start your shitty podcast that no one's going to watch, buy your fucking microphone somewhere else. Like online shopping, there's lots of places to buy. Use eBay. Support another person who's trying to sell their microphone so they can pay for fucking food or something. Do that. There's a lot of situations that you can do that don't profit or don't benefit these major corporations. And I mean, if you can, and if you can afford it, if there's a markup, and if you can afford it, definitely try to do it. If you're in a situation where, you're not working and you have a lot of time on your hands and you can help other people learn about this stuff, buy that microphone on eBay and start a podcast about it. That's why I started these videos, because I think it's important to educate people and tell people about great things going on. And this is definitely something I want to do a lot more videos on, or labor strikes and stuff, and I really hope that there's going to be a lot more, because this is where the power lies. Again, this is where our biggest issue was in the Bernie 2020 campaign, is that we just didn't have the labor power and the union power. That's pretty much it. The mainstream media, we knew from the get-go, it was going to be almost an insurmountable fucking Goliath in this context, and it turns out, yeah, they were. We just didn't have the labor power and the union power to overcome that, and that's the problem. That's a giant problem, and that's where I think the more and more people that get affected in these terrible ways are going to wake up, and they're going to understand, like, yeah, we have a very common goal, and that goal is basic human rights and basic equality. And if we can exercise our only power, which is the fact that we're workers in an essential food chain, or a supply chain in this context, I guess it literally is a food chain in a lot of contexts, but my point. Like, if everyone just stops working, the rich people can't buy their fucking Lamborghinis, and they can't fucking shop at Whole Foods anymore, right? Once we stop serving the rich, then they'll understand what's going on, and then they'll start getting scared, and that's where we get the pitchforks and the guillotines. And by guillotines, I mean, I'm just having fun here. I'm just making a joke. I'm just jesting. I'm a jester, and I jest. But I don't ingest food from Whole Foods, because I am not a fucking rich psychopath. But I have been to a Whole Foods. When I lived in the city, Washington, D.C., I went to a Whole Foods once, just for fun, just to, like, browse around. And, yeah. I think I went to a Whole Foods in South Carolina, too. I'm pretty sure. And I bought, like, a hot sauce there. Or was it I don't know. I bought something there, which I deeply regret, of course. But, my point is, like, these are all stupid fucking places, and we do live in a capitalist economy. There are competitive options that you can go for. Isn't that what capitalism's all about? Competition kicking in? Back me up, Dave Rubin. Go buy somewhere else. Go buy somewhere else. Like, it's that simple. But yeah, this is great stuff. Definitely try to keep more on this. If you have any more information, let me know, because this is the stuff I love. And definitely, of course, if you're watching this and you haven't left your house, don't buy anything on Amazon. If you have left your house, don't buy anything on Walmart, and etc. And again, we only have power in numbers. And when one person becomes a vegetarian or a vegan or whatever, it doesn't really do anything. But if all of a sudden 7 million become that, then it actually means something. It's all a numbers game, especially when it comes to capitalist corporations. It's all a numbers game. You gotta have enough numbers to overpower them, and they're at an inherent advantage, and we are at an inherent disadvantage, and that's what we gotta work with. So don't be a SCAB, motherfucker. Don't cross the picket line, even if it's a virtual one. Don't be a piece of garbage. And if you're not a piece of garbage, and you have some money to spend, maybe you still have your job or you're working online, patreon.com. Hit me up. I just put up a bonus Doom video. If you like Doom, check it out. Hit me up, you got to support me. You got to support small creators. I'm a small creator. I'm really small. I'm literally shrinking as we speak. But, yeah, no, totally. You got to give me money. And also, do not spend money on Amazon or at Walmart, because I am a small creator. And okay, this bit has gotten out of control, and I'm now stuck below my desk. Please. Please help. Shit.